It is way too complicated, to be honest. That's that's a huge problem. I've dealt with so much censorship in so many different forms, from usually always somebody with too much power that just simply disagrees with something I've said, whether it's on some social media platform, a mod on Reddit, a county supervisor who doesn't like the things I say about them, some Facebook group. It really doesn't matter. I have never changed. I have always maintained who I am, and who I am is somebody that can't stand bullies and needs to be able to tell my stories about bullies or being bullied or experiencing some form of discrimination or seeing someone else experience something like that. I got to be able to say that stuff. And we live in a day and an age where the only real way to do that without looking like a crazy person, by going and standing on an actual soapbox with a bullhorn in the middle of the town square, is through the internet, through social media, through some platform. And it's just so very difficult to do. And I've tried so many things over the years. I've even tried unity with local people that I disagree with, and I'm not going to say that's a complete failure. I've been able to build good relationships with a lot of local people that I disagree with. This isn't even really about that. It's about the overall situation of the country. I think the whole gaslighting thing, all the deflection, all the projection, no matter who you are, it's all played out at this point. We all see it. We all recognize it. We all know when something is being lied about to try to distract us from something else. We all know when Donald Trump is full of shit. We all know when some, talking head on the television is full of shit or trying to get us to believe something that we don't really actually want to believe. And we have just gotten to the point where so much of that was allowed through social media that so many people actually thought that it would be a good idea to elect Donald Trump. Not once, not twice, but tried to do it 3 times. And now he's president again. And I just want to be honest, It's frustrating to not be able to say certain things because of whatever, reservations you might have because of what other people would say. That's one thing I've learned is I don't give a shit what other people think about me anymore. I really fucking don't. I don't care what anybody calls me or says about me, because so many people have already said so much, some of the worst things anybody could ever imagine, and I'm still fucking here, and that's what I've learned. And I will continue to still be here. But as far as like the election, I think Donald Trump and Elon Musk stole that shit. Makes me sound like a hypocrite because of, saying that all the MAGA election deniers are full of shit for so long. Well, the truth is, they actually were full of shit. Except this time, Donald Trump and Elon Musk are the ones who actually stole the election. And I mean, it fits right in with Donald Trump's MO. He projects every fucking thing else. Why would this one thing be different? Why did Elon Musk's fucking satellites blow up in the sky the day after the election? And then this whole excuse MAGA people are trying to convince, I think at this point themselves more than anybody else, is that Doge is actually finding fraud and abuse. No, they're robbing everybody. They're gutting our government. They're making it so people like us, citizens, don't have the ability to have the services that a government is supposed to provide to us in a first world country. No, people aren't getting their tax returns. People aren't going to be able to get their Social Security. People are losing their federal jobs. People that supported Trump are losing their jobs because they supported Trump, and now they want to go on TikTok and cry about how they're losing their jobs. And I'm just like, shut the fuck up. You did this. You literally did this. Our side tried to tell you for years that this dude was going to do exactly what he's doing right now. You had Project 2025 in your hands, but you refused to believe it. You refused to read it because all your talking heads told you that it was fake, and now it's literally what Donald Trump's doing. And now you're just coming up with the most pathetic excuses like, oh, this is still somehow Joe Biden's fault. No, it's fucking not. None of this is anybody's fault but Donald Trump and the people who supported him. That is what's wrong with our country right now. That is why everything is fucked up. That's why there's so many protests. That's why there's protests all over the fucking world against Elon Musk and Donald Trump, because they are screwing up the greatest country in the world. So I don't know what people need to do, you know? I mean, there's certain things you can't talk about, but I mean, what can be done? You know, mass strikes, okay, but people still need money. They still need their paychecks. Is it literally that we're just at a point, are we really just at a point where we have conceded so much of our own rights and power as citizens to billionaires and oligarchies and politicians with way too much money that we really just can't do anything, and we just have to sit back and watch as our country gets taken over? Literally, Donald Trump's talking about giving America back to England. I mean, that's not even funny. I'm only laughing because I laugh when things are so horrible and that's my cope, but that's what America was founded on, was not being under the rule of England. But Donald Trump's literally entertaining the idea of trying to give America back to England. What the hell? What the fucking hell? How are people just allowing this? I don't understand. How is law enforcement, how are top Democrats, how are judges and juries allowing this? Is America just over? Donald Trump came along and killed the greatest experiment of all time? Just, it's dead? Is that what we're seeing? I'm legitimately curious. That's a real question. Is America dead? It's a very scary thing if it is.